Hey, hi, hello, how you doing? How's your kids? Today's video is not going to just be about internet sensation Siren Head, but how we can make our own creepy crawlies using Siren Head as our prime example, because I think he's cool and I want to. Disclaimer, this is going to be a very, very surface look at Siren Head. I'm positive that you could do a deep dive of this guy and find hours of content. I mean, there's video games, there's short films, and there's Trevor Henderson themselves. So as a result, I don't have a lot of sources for this video. I used two sites, the Monsters Wiki, the Villains Wiki, and the Trevor Henderson Wiki, plus Trevor Henderson's tweets and blog posts for information in this video. The real point of this video is to look at Siren Head, break down why he's so creepy, so we can replicate it. Without further ado, Siren Head. Born August 18th, 2018. The before times, if you will. Siren Head was made by an artist that I'm personally pretty fond of named Trevor Henderson. Here is their socials. Trevor Henderson has a menagerie of creepy crawlies that he has made. My personal favorite is Longhorse. I just want Longhorse as a pet. I want you just give me Longhorse, Trevor, please. I just want, give me Longhorse. Henderson has a couple of styles that I've personally observed. First, you have his illustrations, which are just immaculate. If you want some uncanny, surreal, and downright creepy artwork, Trevor is your guy. The other style, which I'm also a huge fan of, is the altered photos, which is the section where Siren Head falls in. And I would also venture to say that Siren Head is the most popular of Trevor Henderson's work. But please go check out Trevor Henderson. They're great. If you're like one of the 3 people who don't know who Siren Head is, let me describe him for you. He is a 45. He's 45 years old, everyone. He is a 40-foot mummy with 2 sirens where his noggin should be. And I don't mean mummy as in mommy, but mummified. Also, Siren Heads have little teeths. So cute. According to my brief skimming, the Siren Head monster likes to frolic in rural areas, wooded areas, that sort of thing. Speak in tongues over its speakers, and sometimes sounds like the local nature that it's inhabiting, and bully humans to death. Not eat them. Those teeth are alive. They don't eat humans. They just bully humans. They bully humans in a number of different ways. Sometimes they bully humans by sounding like their dead friends and luring you over with their screams of despair to, I don't know, kill you probably. Another way they bully humans is just by making bird sounds and lying in wake and then running at you really fast. They also have this one thing that they do where they can like turn into telephone poles or bundles of wires, something like that. Siren Head is a monster with many talents. Generally, the humans are killed because the Siren Head screams at you super loud and you die via internal bleeding. So when victims are found, they're found with blood coming out of their nose, their eyeballs, their ears, probably other orifice, who knows, not me, because I didn't check. Remember, they don't eat humans as far as we know. I think Trevor has made some implications that maybe they do eat humans, but has also gone on record saying they don't eat humans, so who knows? I'm of the personal opinion that they hunt humans for funsies, kind of like cosmic horror cats, which is its own brand of terrifying, because I'm sure birds think that cats are like cosmic horror beings or something like that. That was your brief skimming of Siren Head. There's actual lore of Siren Head, but I don't think that makes Siren Head very scary. For example, just off the top of my head, we have cave paintings. We have cave paintings of Siren Head. Why? Who knows? Who knows? The first modern viewing of Siren Head was in like the 1960s by some people who were traveling to Arizona and they grabbed a Polaroid or something. Then there's this other story of this guy named Chad and all his friends died. It's very sad. Boo-hoo. I don't care. Now here's where I come in with my unprofessional opinion of why this guy is creepy and how we can maybe possibly make creatures inspired by him. I have a list of 4 points because I love lists. Point number 1, hiding in plain sight. Sly Cooper 2. One of my favorite games of all time. I played the shit out of that game when I was small. That game has a monster that I think is very similar to Siren Head. I present to you the Water Tower Spider from the Contessa area. The Water Tower Spider, along with Siren Head, is a giant object hidden in plain sight with intent to kill. And I think that's one of the main reasons why Siren Head is so spooky. In Sly Cooper, the Water Tower Spider is less cosmic horror than Siren Head because it's a robot made by an evil spider. But you could slap mummified skin all over this, make the skin white and flappy because that's gross, and slap it in the middle of the woods with the ability to skitter around, and you've got yourself a Siren Head adjacent fella. Siren Head takes blending in to the next level by recreating the sounds of nature around them or stealing the voices of people that they may have already killed. And I think that's freaking nuts. Whatever monster that you make, you gotta make sure that it needs to be able to hide in plain sight in some capacity. I know that a big mummified skeleton with sirens for head doesn't feel like it could blend in, but it blends in. 2. Scale. Siren Head is huge. It's 40 feet tall. This thing doesn't have to run at you. It can take serial killer leisurely strolls to catch up to you because its stride is so big. We need to make whatever creature we have huge. I bring you back to the Water Tower Spider. It's big, and if you saw that thing skittering at you, you would panic. Something big, something hiding in plain sight. Maybe it skitters, who knows? Number 3, location, location, location. It always boils down to location. In horror, location is everything. Picking your location where your cosmic horror monster is going to be is very, very important. You can put your Siren Head adjacent fella either exactly where they're supposed to be or in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. And I think that both options, depending on how you design the monster, can work. I personally like in the middle of frickin' nowhere because that freaks me out more. In the middle of absolutely nowhere is where Trevor Henderson usually plops Siren Head. But I think that when you're creating a monster, if you can think of a better location than in the middle of nowhere, you should, because you don't want to really limit yourself too much when making a good cosmic horror giant blending in sight monster. If your tall, creepy fella likes to hunt in the city, then slap him in the middle of the city. Why not? 4, cosmic horror nonsense. Lastly, but not leastly, cosmic horror by design is nonsense. It's not really meant for us to understand. It's just supposed to be super crazy, way bigger than us, and it follows its own rules and not our rules. Why does the Siren Head have skin? I don't know. It just does. Why does it bully humans and not eat them? I don't know. It just does. Some of the lore of Siren Head is pretty crazy. Siren Head is not just a beanpole that gains sentience. This is a cosmic horror being that's unfathomable to us, that we put the Siren Head persona on it. It's cosmic horror. It doesn't have to make too much sense. You do have to balance out the scales. Too much cosmic horror nonsense is just that. Nonsense. You gotta tip the scales with some logic. So yes, Siren Head would be totally creepy if his reign of terror was in the middle of New York City, but that doesn't really make sense. We just take it out. Nuke it, probably. Kill it with fire. We have guns. The Siren Head doesn't want that much attention. The Siren Head hangs out in the middle of gosh darn nowhere because that's the easiest way to do it. It doesn't gain attention and it still gets to hunt for funsies. Why does Siren Head choose to have sirens on its head and nothing else? Because sirens can mimic voices to better draw in folks to bully. You know, just a small itty bitty crumb of logic helps. With all of these 4 points, did I come up with a monster? Of course I did. I unveil to you my Siren Head adjacent fella. This here is a radio tower. Shut up. I'm bad at names. I don't have a lot of lore for you because I don't. Now, I'm not Trevor. I have not put forth the time in order to make an altered photo of this creature and then add a short story of how spooky it is. I didn't do that. This sketch is all you get. I might make more in the future because I think it's a fun design and I might do more with it. So I thought of this guy because I saw one of the radio towers blinking in the distance and I thought, what would I do if it moved besides pee my pants? I wouldn't do anything. That shit's creepy as shit. I just go back inside. So because it is a siren head adjacent creature, it does move. But because I like the water tower spider, it skitters. Radio towers are not the cat of cosmic horror. They are the ambush hunter of cosmic horror. Think trapdoor spiders. Think anglerfish. Think Venus flytrap. What the radio tower does is it gets in the way of planes or cars or people beforehand and uses its huge wires to trap its victims. And then the wires pierce the victim's skin and drains it of blood and moisture, and it becomes a mummy. Whoa. I like the idea of a creature not really going out of their way to go hunt their victims, and instead observing their victims and then being like, what if I got in the way? Why is this Midwestern radio tower in the middle of the highway when there are no other cars for miles around? We're humans. We're curious, much to our own detriment, and I fully believe that there would be people that would drive up to this radio tower, ensnared in its trap. I do think that the radio tower would be for airplanes. Big passenger airplanes. In conclusion, that's my guy, and I hope my list of 4 can help you make your own guy. Your own creepy siren head adjacent fella. Thank you so much to Trevor Henderson for creating it and being a wonderful author that inspires us to be a little bit more cosmic horror and creepy. Hopefully this video helps because all I want to do is inspire and help you become more creative. So if you make your own siren head adjacent fella, let me know. Tag me, find me, put it in my face. I promise I'll cry. The end of the year is marching up, which means that the beginning of the year is almost here, which means New Year's resolutions and what books did I read in 2023? I think this year I'm going to be doing a book tier list because I read a lot of Kindle books. I don't have physical copies this year. I think that the next video I'm going to be doing is going to be related to Mothman and trying to break down what makes a good cryptid so that way we can make our own cryptid. I also have a rare book rant coming at you soon because this book is awful. I'm going to physically rip pages out of this book. It makes me so mad. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, share this around, make artwork, be creative. I don't care if you've never held a pencil in your whole life. Make a siren head adjacent fella. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. All right. See you next time. Bye.